What if London's biggest airport wasn't on land, but floating in the River Thames? It sounds futuristic, but this was a real plan. In the 1970s, the UK government proposed a massive offshore airport, designed to solve London's aviation congestion once and for all. A vast man-made island, complete with multiple runways, high-speed rail links, and the potential to replace Heathrow entirely. So why was it never built? And could London ever revisit the idea? Let's uncover the story of London's floating airport, the ambitious plan that never took off. Chapter 1. London's airport crisis. By the late 1960s, London was running out of airport capacity. 1. Heathrow was already handling over 20 million passengers a year, a number that would keep rising. 2. Gatwick and Stansted were also expanding, but they weren't enough to meet future demand. 3. Noise pollution and air traffic congestion became major issues, especially with Heathrow so close to residential areas. The government needed a bold solution, and that's when engineers proposed a radical idea: build an entirely new airport in the Thames estuary. Chapter 2. The birth of the floating airport idea. The plan, known as Maplin Sands Airport, was introduced in 1971. 1. The airport would be built on reclaimed land near Foulness Island in Essex, around 50 miles from central London. 2. It would feature 4 runways, with space to expand to 6, making it one of the largest airports in the world. 3. A new high-speed rail line would connect it to London in under 30 minutes. The location was chosen because it was far from residential areas, reducing noise pollution while allowing for 24-hour flight operations, something Heathrow couldn't offer. In 1973, the UK government approved the plan. Construction was expected to take a decade, with a budget of £1 billion, about £12 billion today. It seemed like a game-changer for UK aviation. But then, everything fell apart. Chapter 3. Why the plan was scrapped. 1. In 1973, the global oil crisis sent fuel prices skyrocketing. 2. The UK economy entered a recession, forcing the government to cut spending. 3. The project's costs kept rising, and opposition grew over its environmental impact on local wildlife and fishing industries. By 1974, the government officially abandoned the plan, opting instead to expand Heathrow and Gatwick. What was supposed to be the UK's biggest aviation project was now just a forgotten idea. Chapter 4. The idea returns. Boris Island. Calendar. Fast forward to the 2000s, and London's aviation crisis was back. By 2010, Heathrow was handling over 65 million passengers annually, more than triple its 1970s numbers. That's when then Mayor Boris Johnson revived the floating airport idea, proposing a £50 billion airport in the Thames estuary. 6 runways, making it one of the busiest in the world. The closure of Heathrow, which would be turned into housing. The plan made headlines but faced the same obstacles as before: cost concerns. It was simply too expensive. Environmental issues. The estuary was home to vital wildlife. Air traffic logistics. Moving operations from Heathrow would be a massive challenge. In 2014, the UK government rejected the plan, choosing instead to approve a 3rd runway at Heathrow. Once again, the idea of a floating airport was left behind. 1. Japan already has a floating airport, Kansai International, built on an artificial island. So, could London's floating airport still happen? Experts say it's unlikely, but as aviation evolves and city expansion continues, the idea may not be dead forever. Conclusion: a lost opportunity or a bad idea? London's floating airport was an incredible vision, but was it ever truly realistic? What do you think? Should London have built it? Or was it doomed from the start? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more untold stories of London projects. Thanks for watching.